Maroof, I'm going to take up this question with you. Are we at a loss of ideas on how to deal with this bigger bully in our neighborhood, China? Do we know how to deal with China? Because, you know, look at the statements that have been issued by India and US following China blocking the listing of Masood Azhar. Yesterday, in our statement, interestingly, India did not even name China. While on the other hand, if you look at the statement issued by the US, it is much stronger when it says that China should not prevent the committee from doing the job the Security Council has entrusted it to do. We are missing out on sending a clear message to China as well. Would you agree?
I agree with you entirely. And, you know, that was the point I was trying to make earlier when you cut into other issues. You have to understand what are your strengths vis-a-vis China. I know there is a general feeling that China can roll all over us, but that's not true. I don't buy it militarily. The other aspect is that China is now getting into an international diplomatic corner where the kind of friends it has like North Korea and Pakistan are not necessarily the people that people would like to dine with. China does have a few other small ones, but all big nations have deep pockets and they buy out friends. And countries, whether it's Maldives or anybody else, wait for bailout and financial doles and then later repent it. What can we do? The first thing that we can do, and I think this is a suggestion for Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his lackeys, that instead of questioning whether Mr. Modi's policies have succeeded or not, he could initiate something now in the election season by telling the people of India to boycott Chinese goods. Does he have the guts? Does he have the vision? Has he decided that he is going to be able to stand up to the Chinese? Because when Doklam happened, Mr. Gandhi chose to go to the Chinese embassy for a briefing and not to South Block. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that our officials have too much of baggage of 1962, which is Nehru's legacy in the MEA. In fact, the Ministry of External Affairs is still haunted by the policies and some of the major failures of Pandit Nehru, a great administrator and a great founding father of modern India, but he got it completely wrong with foreign policy. And this is where I say we need to break away from the shadow of Nehru, like Mr. Modi has broken the mindset and gone beyond the LOC with the airstrikes and previously the surgical strikes. Mr. Modi and his government should now dump the Wuhan spirit, should now set aside any hope of rapprochement with China because they don't even accept the maps you give them for border settlements.
Exactly.
And China is just not interested in the border settlement. China is interested in the waters of the Indus on which it is building dams, through which it is going to get electricity and water to make microchips to dominate the world economy. Have we even understood that? There is a lack of understanding. Our statements from the MEA are a kind of example in double speak. We neither name Pakistan nor we name China when we go out and give our global
exactly
statements.
My point. Why are we shying away from doing that?
And which has global
Maroof,
ambitions
actually Major General G.D. Bakshi wants to pitch in with a point here. Major General G.D. Bakshi, has the time come for us to stop expecting that China will become our friend? Dump the Wuhan spirit is the suggestion from Maroof's side. What do you have to say?
No, I say we give a tit for tat. We deal with China, we behave with China exactly the way it behaves with us. It's only that which will make China understand that it is causing pain. Our people have been at the receiving end of an asymmetric war offensive for the last 30 years. 80,000 Indians have been killed. And it's rather sad that our foreign ministry in their so-called quest for peace are so insensitive to the suffering of the common Indian people that they say terror and talks can't go together, and then here we are holding talks with great fanfare.